Hello everybody, Rob here from Average Hobby, and today I wanted to talk about what I think is the best, keyword is best, palette for specifically speed paints. Honestly, Citadel contrast paints, I go right out of the pot. This will even work for Vallejo. I haven't used Vallejo, so I'm 90% sure it will work with Vallejo, so there's that. But what this is the Meadine airtight / leak-proof watercolor palette. It's got a large mixing area, as you can see up here at the top. This is actually where I do my dry brushing. So there's my red that I was using earlier and my fairy dust. It's got 33 wells, and obviously it's got a little folding thing, and then it's got a little latch here. I don't know if you can see it. A little latch to latch it. It is waterproof or airproof. There is a little gusset that runs around, a little rubber gusset. It's, in my opinion, I think the best speed paint palette out there. Some people are using these weird poppet things. It's like a silicone poppet. To be 100% honest, not the biggest fan of those things, only because the silicone will slowly wear out over time, from what I've seen, especially because they're kids' toys. They're 99% of the time not made with the highest grade of silicone. If they're made with proper silicone as well, I don't know if the silicone will leach over time into your paints. It would take forever, but if I'm not mistaken, since silicone dries out over time, it will basically, turn itself into a bit of powder. It's just one of those things. To be honest, that's not a big deal, because most time when people are painting, you're painting on a long-term scale, not a short-term scale. So short-term, not a big deal, but if you're using it over a long period of time, you might start seeing like a bit of a powderiness and things like that. So I'm gonna do this. So this is actually the one I have here. So this is price, mind you, is in Canadian. It's $22.95. You get red, you get blue, you get gray, and then you get red, which apparently this one is $77.16. Oh, this one comes with like a weird. Oh, this one comes with like a little extra minting thing on the side. Interesting. Did not see that one. But it's also not worth it. But that's then this is the one that I got. Honestly, it works amazing. It holds the paint, as you can see here. I got lots of stone, Eshin stone, I think it is here. I've been using the gold over there, obviously because of my custodies. I even mixed this in with quick wash, quick shade. To be honest, this thing is also super easy to clean. So what I'm going to do is show you how I clean this thing, and you're going to see a little bit of a behind the scenes here in a second. You're going to hear it. Ready? Here we go. I'm going to lock that in place. We're going to scoot this all the way back to here. And this is how I clean it. So I've got a tub here. Hold on, actually. You didn't see any of that because I had the camera turned off. So let's do that. And boom, transition. Haha. I'm a professional. So you'll see I've got a whole bunch of different paints in here and all that stuff. So firstly, this pops right off and you can just wash it. Hot water, boom, there you go, when you're using it. Or if you're like me and you forget to do anything, you can pop it into a little container here full of, for me, it's 1/3 of just tap water. And then the other 2/3 is a solid bottle of LA Totally Awesome. This is how much is this? 1.8 liters. So I think that's 64 ounces in freedom measurements. 9 times out of 10, I don't wash this, which is just the flat palette, the mixing palette, until I just fill it up completely. So I usually just pop that back in place, and it's easily just pressure fitted. This, though, this is how I normally will clean. Firstly, bare tweezers, and then you go down and you gotta pop it up, so then grab it, and then boom, all your, oh well, so you can see I've got some gold from my custodies that I painted, some of the stuff from their bases, a whole bunch of different paints. That's awesome. If you need to mix, you put a little bit in there, a little bit in there, you mix them two together, etc., etc. I think this thing is awesome. And then to clean it, super easy. So this is one project's worth of paint. So this is all the paints I used when painting my Adeptus Custodi patrol, combat patrol. So all you do, best part about this, get that, close it up, bring a tub of 1/3 water, 2/3 LA Totally Awesome, with I think it's like a 60 some odd ounce container. That's what I'm using. All you do, this is the best part. Just dump it. Done. Now what I'll do, because obviously the left side is not, because my container is not big enough, what I'll do is I'll let it sit like this for a day or two, and then all I'll do is I'll just take it out, spin it around, and then soak it for another 2 days. What I'll do also is I will take the Armory Painter, I think it's the Monster Brush, is what this is, Vehicle and Terrain Brush, and I'll use that to actually like, you know, swoosh around all the different pots, just to make sure they're all nice and clean, because I don't need this brush. I haven't had any issues with, I've had an issue with one stain. That's because it's actually my fault. When I got this thing and I was trying to figure out how to wash it, I accidentally, without realizing it, grabbed a piece of steel wool and started cleaning one of the wells by accident. So this well here has a bit of a stain in it, which is 100% my fault, but the rest are all clean. To be honest, I've not had a problem. 2 days, rotate it, 2 more days. When I go do the rotate, just give everything a quick little swoosh. And yeah, my only issue is that I just go through a lot of this stuff. I've actually got 2 more bottles, because it's a full bottle in here. It also works actually to strip your models as well if you want to strip them, because you can just put them in here and boom, within a couple days, all the milk, all the paint is off your models. But yeah, so this is, in my opinion, the best palette for speed paints. Now I will show you as well, really quickly, because I'll do another review of this guy later on. This is my Red Grass Games wet palette. This is amazing. This is awesome. I usually do my speed paint slash my mixing over here. Holds the bottles there, and then obviously there's the main section there. Well worth the investment. It actually has saved me in paints. Just never ever use speed paints with that thing. If you try to use speed paints with it, it stains stuff, but we won't get into that. But yeah, best palette for speed paints in my opinion. Better than the silicone poppies that people seem to be really liking right now. Yeah, this thing's only $20. $20 Canadian. Well, $22.95 to be more specific. And then you can get better ones and worse ones, obviously. But yeah, this, in my opinion, is awesome. You can use a moronically amount of paint. To put in perspective, I put into one of these spots 30 drops, 30 drops of AP speed paint, and I was still able to paint no problem. So yeah, then all you do, you seal it up. You give it a little squeeze, make sure all the air's out, and there you go. And you let it sit for 2 days, and there you go. The wells have enough space for lots of painting. With it having 33 wells, you can get through almost any project using speed paints. If you're using acrylics, straight up acrylics, you get obviously you're using your wet palette for that. But yeah, This thing is awesome. This thing is amazing. I highly recommend getting this, especially now that I've had it for several months. This is definitely the several month review of the best Speedpaint palette that I can think of. And yeah, with that in mind, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. And I will see you in the next unboxing / review in my return to the hobby. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.